Greetings, and welcome back to the channel. Sorry about the picture. Let's see if we can get some light. Yeah. So greetings and welcome back to the channel. For the first time you come across my channel, please remember to subscribe. Um, I haven't been on here for a long time. I'm testing this thing, but if you can hear me loud and clear, then give us a thumbs up or put so it's either a thumbs up or one of these. Now I want to come to you today to talk about something strange but not so familiar. It's not one of the things I talk about on here. I want to talk about what is happening in the world today with all the war and rumors of war, etc. Look, I am someone who don't. I am not in terms of people who learned and knowledgeable person, but even I can see that what is happening right now is a reset, reorganizing, resetting of the global financial or commercial system. See what happening in 1929. 1929 is when they really have started this system here. So this system we're dealing with right now started in 1929. This is 2026. I believe they're preparing us for the new system, which will be in 2029. That's my taking of the program on what they're introducing. Financial system of the world stop and start in about 1929. So us as a people in that season is when this system that we're dealing with now start. And right now we are seeing the same pattern. Maybe you're not seeing it, but I'm telling you, this is what I'm seeing. You can choose to believe or not. So let me try and put it in a certain way. This year, 2026, this year is very significant because history taught us that it repeat itself. Now, from 1929 to the year 2029, that is how much years? 100 years. And why is that important? If you look at what is happening in the world today, you can actually see from the year 2026, actually from 2025, the economy is moving downwards. And when you look at what is going to happen in a couple of years from now, say 3 years, then what I'm trying to say here is based on the indicators and what I'm seeing and some of the things that people are talking about is that this financial system is and will collapse. I believe they're gonna I believe in the year 2029 is when they're gonna start the new system, and we'll talk about that new system. The year 2029 is when we're gonna start to see the rise of another system. And what is that system? So 2026, 2027, and 2028 is an engineering process or testing of the process of the collapse. So this is the collapse. And then they're going to start, in my opinion, a new system. Why is this um, why is this happening? You see, the old system is based on physical cash, but the campaign now, in my belief, is they're moving us into a kind of digital system, digital currency. We are paying with Google Pay. Us here in the UK and other places is we are practically right now we are mostly paying with Google Pay and our phone. We are going into a digital system. And what I hear they introduced last time, I don't know if you was listening, but I was listening, is that this new government or this new prime minister we have, there's some things that is right, something that is not right. But you can't have a perfect being. None of us are perfect. I'm not sure if people are hearing me. Um, Maybe I needed to test it first. Uh, I can't tell if people are hearing me because there's no respond here. But I'll continue just to be. Okay, so let's talk about the system that is going to be introduced in the year 2028, 2029. Actually, it's introduced already, but is what is going to be the main system. And it's the AI human infusion and the digital currency. And if you watch, some of us are already into the system. So the tool they're using to control us is media and AI and the war and rumors of war to kind of direct us into what you call it, submission or acceptance of what they're putting together. But I believe people, free-minded people, are not going to accept it so easy. I believe the people who want to be free is gonna be protesting. I don't think many of the people who want to be free and think they're free is gonna just accept the system as it is. So we will see where the masses of people is gonna go with that, because there's you can already see in the Americas and other place the people that are not happy. I hear what's his name, Trump, talking about a lot of different things, and you can see that he will use the military against the people, and you can see already that there's a kind of authoritarian feel about his and his regime approach. So please take note that from now 2026 till about 2029, we will be seeing a new system that is going to be introduced. And the reason I said that is the year 2029 is 100 year since this system is being introduced. So they will collapse this system and introduce a new system. That is what I'm saying about that. If you look good and look what is happening and follow the world event, you can actually see that there is a preparation for the people. First is the collapse of this system and a mental preparation for us as the being or the slaves to accept the new system. So I would just ask you to keep an eye on what is happening and look into these things and see that this idea or this assumption, it makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you, but it makes sense to me. So let us see if the old system will end and then they will have a new system, which is my belief, the new human fusion with AI and the digital ID and digital payment, so that they can keep an eye on whatever. They will know everything you do, everywhere you go. And the 15 minutes city, I don't know if you hear about the 15-minute city, but what they're saying is we will have everything but own nothing. And there is this, it started in 2019 actually. So it's 10 years ago, which is a 10-year process. It's from 2019 till 2029 to soften up the population to accept the process. And the COVID, in my opinion, was a trial to see if we will accept these things. And during these, from 2019 till 2029, which is a 10-year, is to soften up the whole population with the COVID first, then the war, then the rumors of war, and etc., etc., so that they can break the old system and in a 10-year process start a new system. I am just introducing this idea or this thinking. Please, if you watch this video, please make a comment. So whether it's positive or negative, so that I can know that I have struck a chord or shine a light into the darkness, so that those that is asleep can now be awakened and be ready for what is to come. I've done some few videos in terms of how to prepare for disaster and other things that you will need in an emergency. If you want to go and watch those videos, I will try my best to put it in the description box. But if I don't, then you go and look for how to prepare for disaster on this channel and watch the video and see some of the things I suggest on how to prepare for emergency and how to prepare for a disaster and what you need to have. I will do another video in the near future on the material, the nuclear material that is probably will be in the atmosphere, and how you can protect yourself from radiation. Things that you can use or have in your position, so that if there's a contamination in terms of radiation, you can also protect yourself. So join me in the next one, which will be within 6 to 7 days, where I will talk about how to protect yourself in case of there's an emergency and there's radiation. I'm keeping this short because this is testing the device, and I can see that the quality is not the best, so I will use another device in the next one. So we will talk again. Thank you again. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And what I also want to bring to your attention is these things that we're going to be talking about. These people who control these platforms do not want us to talk about these things. And so we have to try and keep it in a diplomatic way. So there's certain things I will say that you might not plainly. So if you want to know more about these things, then we can discuss these things in the comment box, yeah, or in some other way. I'll put my email address, etc. And not just because we deal with herbs and self-help and how one can look after oneself in terms of strengthening the immune system, strengthening the mind, strengthening the body to prepare for what is to come. So we will talk again in the next one. Thank you again. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next one. All right.